Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, which I'll jump into in just a second. I have the tarot deck already shuffled that we'll be using, as well as the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they will not resonate fully for everyone. So take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Capricorn. In your recent past, you have potential gateway with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Rug ripped out from underneath you kind of energy, things falling apart, financial instability, job loss, all of these things is kind of what I see in this Four of Pentacles in reverse. But then you have this potential gateway card. And it's almost like this happened to open up a gateway for you here to something that is a lot better than whatever fell apart. But I feel like it fell apart because it had to get you there. So we'll see what tarot has to say about that. In your current energy, you have assurance with the Justice in reverse. I really like this energy because with the Justice in reverse, it's almost like this energy of like, yeah, you haven't gotten what you deserve. The scales are imbalanced. You haven't gotten your justice. But then you have this assurance card almost saying like, but you can be sure that you will, as long as you do the healing and you follow the guidance, right? So that's always the caveat, is things are always working out for you. They're not happening to you, but for you, as long as you do the healing and follow the guidance. Now, I do feel like you're kind of still trying to gain your footing since this Four of Pentacles in reverse did take place. But then in your immediate future, you have contemplation with the Seven of Cups in reverse. So the Seven of Cups in reverse is also, to me, kind of like making a decision or a choice after like overwhelm or maybe even contemplation. So you have it in reverse, which means I feel like this is about you making some sort of decision or taking some sort of leap or changing directions in some way. I don't know yet. We'll see when we dive into tarot. But I do see that your immediate future is definitely some sort of like decision being made or something. So let's start, Capricorn, by looking at your recent past. You have potential gateway with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is recent past for Capricorn, please. Recent past for Capricorn, please. One more. This is for Capricorn's recent past. Recent past for Capricorn. I knew it. I knew that's what it was going to say. And I only knew that because that's typically what comes through when I get this message. So the Empress in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Things had to fall apart, Capricorn, because you were accepting less than what you deserve. You weren't putting yourself first, and you weren't choosing yourself. And typically, whenever we sacrifice a part of ourself in order to make something work, even if that's, our values, our worth, what we're deserving of, the universe will always come in and correct that for us. So to us, it can feel like a loss. To us, it can feel like devastation. To us, it can feel like our whole life is falling apart. But what's actually happening is the universe is saying, this doesn't serve you, and if you keep investing in what doesn't serve you, you're never going to be able to open the door to what does, which is what you kind of, I feel like, which is why this is like a potential gateway in some way, shape, or form. So we were accepting less than what we deserve in our recent past. But yeah, with the Ten of Swords, it was painful. Now, this Ten of Swords energy can also just be like the ending of a pretty painful cycle, which I feel like maybe you were stuck in a painful cycle through whatever the situation was, and then that 10th sword had to come along to kind of close out that painful cycle. But let's get more for Capricorn's recent past. Sometimes when your life feels like it's falling apart, it's actually falling back together. We just don't know it yet at the time. This is for Capricorn's recent past. I have sniffles today. This is for Capricorn's recent past. Yeah, it was painful. It was painful. The High Priestess. Hang on, though. Hang on. Okay, that makes more sense because I saw this High Priestess and I was like, I was like, it's not that you were following your intuition in your recent past. So 3 of Swords, High Priestess, and 8 of Swords. Sorry, it was a moment of confusion for me there. Because of the 3 of Swords, it was making it hard to hear your intuition and that inner guidance that was kind of telling you this is all happening for you, not to you, because a lot of your limiting beliefs were really challenged through this situations. Beliefs that you aren't deserving of more than what you were accepting, which led you to accept what you did. Beliefs that you weren't capable of more. Beliefs that it wasn't possible to have more. Those limiting beliefs were kind of brought up through this situation falling apart, which is why it was so painful in so many different ways, because a lot of your fears felt like they were coming true or being validated. So you have this internal guidance that's trying to help you through this situation, but I feel like it's been very difficult for you to tap into your intuition. Maybe it hasn't, but for some of you, it's definitely been hard to tap into your intuition because the pain associated has been so heavy and so challenging to get through. Yeah, that was an interesting moment there. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. But it does with the surrounding energies. All right, recent past for Capricorn. Recent past for, ooh, look at that, the Justice. The World, 2 of Wands in reverse, and then the Justice upright. Okay, then you have the Moon in reverse. So the reason you haven't gotten your Justice yet is because you weren't in alignment with it, with the 2 of Wands in reverse. And there was a cycle that you were needing to complete to be able to accept this justice into your life. And I feel like you are still in the process of completing this cycle. Sometimes when we end, when we walk away from a relationship that we see isn't serving us, or we leave a job that we see isn't serving us, or even if that gets taken from us without it feeling like it's our decision or whatever the case is, through the healing is actually where we close the cycle. So it feels sometimes like the cycle closes when the decision is made or when the event happens, but that's not actually when a cycle is closed. The cycle is closed as you kind of heal from that situation, which is why you have this Moon in reverse. Because again, like I said, the situation and the way it fell apart, it brought up a lot of fear. Am I going to be alone forever? Am I going to be okay financially? Am I going to end up homeless? Am I going to be okay? And I feel like a lot of that fear was what was keeping you stuck in a situation that didn't serve you and that ultimately wasn't deserving of you. And so through this situation and how you're healing from it and how you're working through all of the fear and the heavy emotions that are coming with it is actually how you are creating your justice. Because as you close this cycle, you start to open yourselves up to new cycles and new experiences that are going to align more with what it is that you're deserving of, instead of why you were choosing something because you didn't feel it was possible, you were deserving or capable or whatever the case was. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's shift gears here. Capricorn. This is for Capricorn's current energy, clarifying assurance with the Justice in reverse. Current energy for Capricorn, clarifying assurance with the Justice in reverse. Current energy for Capricorn, assurance with the Justice in reverse, please. Ooh, okay. Right now, you are so the 3 of Wands with the 8 of Wands in reverse. You have the 9 of Cups in reverse too. Okay. Right now, you are very outside of your comfort zone. I feel like the things that fell apart kind of pushed you outside of your comfort zone. Now, I can tell you that in your, or outside of your comfort zone is where miracles happen. You cannot create the life of your dreams in your comfort zone. You cannot create new cycles and new experiences for yourself when you're experiencing your comfort zone or, experiences that you always have had. I talk about this all the time on my channel, but 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions align with our subconscious. Only 5% of the way that we interact with our reality is conscious. And the more that we learn to shift our belief system, because our belief system is going to be a product of what we have experienced, right? When we have experienced limiting circumstances, we're going to have limiting beliefs about our experiences. And so we have to learn to shift our belief system to align more with the life that we want to experience as opposed to the life that we have experienced, or ultimately the life that we are afraid of experiencing. And so right now you're very outside of your comfort zone, and with that comes like this fog and confusion and haze. And with that, because you are outside of your comfort zone, you're going to be experiencing a lot of fear, and that fear is going to try to do whatever it can to pull you back into your comfort zone, back into repeating painful cycles, back to that relationship that didn't serve you, back to a job that you hate, or whatever the situation is for you. Now, when you're outside of your comfort zone, that's when you're probably going to have the most negative perception of your future, is because all that fear is going to trick you into believing that because things aren't predictable for you anymore, which is why you like your comfort zone, is because it's predictable and you understand how things are going to go. But because it's not predictable anymore, your fear is going to trick you into believing that only the worst case scenario is going to happen. Now, that is when you have a decision to choose to allow your fear to win and you fall back into old patterns, old comfort zones, or you choose to rise above it. And I really feel, Capricorn, like this is you rising above it. Because like I said, things will work out. This justice will turn for you. You will find that balance in your life as long as you do the work and you follow that spiritual guidance. Current energy for Capricorn, please. Current energy for Capricorn, please. The Magician, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, okay. Chariot, 6 of Cups. But I want to focus on these 2 cards. The Magician, to me, it talks about manifestation. But it's also the combination of, the pentacles, the wands, the swords, and the cups, which are all the elements within tarot. And it's kind of in this world, right? Air, fire, earth, and water. In order to manifest and create the life that you want, you have to have all of the tools. You have to be able to align your thoughts and your beliefs with your reality. You have to take the appropriate action. You have to be able to make tough decisions and tough situations that continue to align with the new beliefs you want to adopt instead of the old beliefs that are being challenged. You have to have all of the tools to do that, to create your the whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you're trying to create. And you have to remember that the majority of the manifestation process actually happens within. So for you, you might feel like what it is hasn't manifested. You feel like your wish fulfillment with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse is never going to come. When in reality, through the healing of how our limiting beliefs has kept us trapped in limited experiences, we open up our belief system to then be reflected into our reality. A really, very well-known quote in spirituality is as above, so below, as within, so without. The world that we create within, and that includes your belief system, your thoughts, your, how you speak to yourself, that is going to be the reality that you experience. So as you heal from things that weren't aligned with you, you have to heal all of the reasons why you once thought it was, why you thought that was all you deserved, why you accepted less than what it is that you were ultimately deserving of. And through that healing, you gain the power, the tools to be able to create the life, and that can be, relationships, career, financial situation, that it is that you ultimately deserve. Current energy for Capricorn, please. Current energy for Capricorn, please. Current energy for Capricorn, please. Current energy for Capricorn. Yeah, because things aren't moving forward. The Chariot in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and okay, now we're getting somewhere, because here's your 7 of Cups in reverse, which is the same as the one you have in your immediate future. Things aren't moving forward right now, and with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, what this literally means is the opportunity hasn't been able to manifest. The hardest thing we have to remember, and it's hard, it's a hard thing to have to accept and come to terms with, is that we are the only people in our way. Now, that does not mean that the reality that you have experienced, the abusive relationship or the traumatic childhood or anything like that, that is not me saying that what has happened to you and how things have played out is your fault. But going back to how I talked about 95% of us, is speaking from your subconscious, you have to dive into how your beliefs have attracted certain situations into your life that weren't aligned with the life you want to experience, because the only person who you can control, and the only really anything that you can control in this reality, is you. And so you have to look at, how am I in my own way? How are my actions, my movements, my choices, my decisions, my thoughts, how are those things, those aspects of me aligning with the beliefs that align with what I have experienced instead of what I want to experience? Do you believe that you are capable and deserving of having the relationship of your dreams? Do you believe that you are capable and deserving of having the career of your dreams, of having the financial situation of your dreams, the lifestyle of your dreams? Do you believe that those things are even possible? Or are you limiting what you believe in alignment with what you've experienced? Because the more that you do that, the more you're going to continue to experience the same things over and over again. So right now is about doing the work. And I feel like you are, Capricorn. I feel like you are trying to rise above a lot of the ways that things have been affecting you. I do really feel like you are doing that. And as long as you do that, it's going to take some time, because you cannot shift your belief system and reframe your entire perspective of your reality overnight. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But the more that you focus on doing that and on the inner work, the more that you will start to create the life that you want. All right, immediate future for Capricorn, clarifying contemplation with the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is contemplation with the Seven of Cups in reverse for Capricorn's immediate future. This is immediate future for Capricorn. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. Ooh, okay. So you have the Ten of Swords. It's not, don't fear. A Ten of Swords, I don't feel like exists in your immediate future. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Wands. Okay. This is about how you've been burned before. You've given something your all before. You've tried to step out of your comfort zone before, and look at what it got you, right? The more that we shift our perspective from what happened to me to what happened to me happened for me, we can start to look at how we need to reframe our perspective of what has happened, so that we can see. Now that I'm going to say this, but then bear with me, because then I'm going to elaborate on it, because it kind of sounds a little at first, but we can see how we went wrong. Now, when I say that, again, I don't mean that you did anything wrong. What I'm saying is that the more that we can see how we have played a role in our own suffering, how our decisions have aligned with what has happened to us, the more that we can stop fearing taking action forward, because we can start seeing how we need to adjust in order to move forward in alignment with what it is that we ultimately deserve. Because I do feel like, because things have been so painful for you, Capricorn, it's been hard for you to move forward. Because I feel like there's a part of you that's like, why would I try again if that's going to happen? Or why would I take action if it always ends up in pain? All relationships end, all relationships hurt, all roads lead to failure, whatever the case is, right? Those are your belief systems talking. And those are very valid, because they do align with what you have experienced. They don't have to be true for you anymore. And so your immediate future is about contemplating how your decisions have aligned. Like right now is like kind of healing from your past, looking at your past, and then your immediate future is contemplating how your decisions are currently and have been aligning with the fear that you're going to get hurt again, or that you're going to fail again, so that you can open yourself up to taking the action that will get you to where you're trying to go. I posted a video last week talking about how one of the most important aspects of the law of attraction is taking action. You know, we can pray and manifest and create vision boards all day long, but the opportunities won't present themselves until we start taking action to make it happen. The universe relies on our forward momentum to open doors for us. And so I do feel like this is a very like honest reading, like very hard truth, like come on Capricorn, you got this. But it's also very positive because I do feel like it's the universe saying like, yeah, you've been through it, like you've been through the pain. And it's, again, it's very valid for you to feel the way that you do, but that pain doesn't now have to be the reality that you experience. That pain can actually, and the way that you transmute it, can actually be a blessing for you in the future, even if right now that seems impossible. So there is, I feel like, a lot of hope in this reading for you. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. Immediate future for Capricorn. Whoa. Here we go. This is for Capricorn's immediate future. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Ooh, this is a hard truth one. Justice in reverse. You want this justice to turn on its head, right? The Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And this is the thing that anyone who's new to my channel needs to understand about my future readings, is that this is not me saying this is what is going to happen, because we have so much more control over our reality than we give ourselves credit for, and no one can tell you exactly what's going to happen in your life. People can tell you based on what your energy is at right now, how things are going to unfold. But my point of my readings is to try to put the power back into your hands so you can create the future that you want to experience, instead of, again, aligning with the future that aligns more with your past. And so what I'm seeing is that this, you know, you have this Three of Pentacles in reverse, which can be the energy of the pieces not falling into place. You know, the Justice in reverse, you're not getting what it is that you deserve. And then you have this Knight of Swords in reverse. And that is the universe saying you need to slow down. Capricorn, you need to stop trying to push past this and get past it, and start trying to accept where you're at right now, and understand that where you're at right now is trying to get you to where you want to go. But there are lessons that are needing to be seen in this present moment that will help give you the tools to create the future that it is that you're deserving of. So in your future, I feel like there's kind of this need to, instead of rashly making a decision, instead of rashly responding or shooting off that text, or, you know, speaking from a place of anger, trying to take a step back and contemplate, process your emotions, because your reactions and those immediate responses, those are going to align with the past you. Those are going to align with the habits that you have created based on what you've experienced. If you want to create a different reality for yourself, you got to move different. You got to do different, right? And that's hard to do when you have a belief system that has been wired internally for maybe self-destruction, or for having to protect yourself because you've been through so much trauma. You know, whatever the case is, it's hard. It's hard to do that. But your decisions are what creates your reality, and you want your decisions to align more with the reality that you want to create, instead of the reality that you have created. So in your immediate future, what this reading is saying is to slow down and to contemplate your decisions from a place of faith instead of a place of fear, because that's going to ultimately get you to where you're trying to go. I talk about that all the time. It is not, you know, your faith is going to be what gets you to where it is you want to go. And I'm not talking about faith in a specific God. I'm not talking about faith in anything other than faith in the fact that this universe has your back and is supporting you on the path to your dreams, as long as you can do your part in that. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. Immediate future for Capricorn, please. Until you start choosing yourself, Capricorn, until you start putting your needs, desires, health, dreams first, you will stay exactly where you are. You will not move forward. You will find yourself experiencing the same relationship over and over, either in the same person or in different people. You will find yourself experiencing the same financial situation over and over. You will find yourself staying stuck in situations and with people that do not make you feel good about who you are, that do not serve you, but that hold you back. Until you start putting your foot down and saying, this is the life that I deserve and I am not settling for anything less than it, your life will stay the same. But I also understand how hard it is to make that decision. That's why creating a spiritual connection that you can feel safe connecting with, that you understand the guidance from, and that you feel that confidence because of, that's why that's so important, because that can help move you forward in the way, in more of a confident way, instead of feeling like it's all up to you, right? Now that brings me to, I'm going to hop on over to the extended. Yes, I'm a tarot reader, but I am also a spiritual teacher. And in these extended readings is where I talk about the advice on how to handle these situations, on how to heal, and how to move forward. So any information for that's on in the description box below. I am going to, clarify these messages, jump into that advice, and then I have an actual advice card to pull from Spirit at the end. Thank you so much, Capricorn, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Capricorn, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Capricorn.